Hi, welcome to today's episode, which is the final episode of this season of Feed My Eyeballs, which is the comedy one. This may or may not go on YouTube depending on what YouTube says I can and cannot show, but welcome to watching this on Twitch. We will probably redo a season, we'll probably do a season 2 of this in the future. We don't know yet. We're gonna build up a very strong library of shorts and films and comedy skits, etc. before we come back with that. Sort of renew the vigor of watching things. In the meantime, we're probably going to be doing some video games of humble subscription things that I've never played that is probably in my library, and I'm going to force Greta to play as well. Um, but Greta has found some placenta thing. First of all, can you explain to me the placenta cheesecake?
Okay, so it was a Tyler. I'm just my partner's sitting here. It's a Roman cheesecake, and the word that they called it was placenta. The name for it was placenta. That
I'm
is where
just
it
gonna
came from.
I'm
Then we
just
got
gonna do a
off
quick
topic.
Google search. In Rome, or
There's a YouTube he's watching called "Baking an Ancient Roman Cheesecake," and it came up with the name, and I was
oh,
just
is
to
it
make placenta.
is it that guy, very clean fellow, makes old food?
No, not that guy. I know who you're talking about. Not him.
I love him so much. He used to work in Disney apparently, like as one of the princes,
Ah.
and I find that such a fascinating
He said
job.
he's watching Tasting History with who? Max Miller?
Yeah, that's the
Max
guy.
Miller. That's the guy? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
So
about a different one. There's another one I follow.
Townsend's and Sons is different. He does historic food in like, oh,
Ah.
like America and stuff. But the Miller guy, he he actual historical food. He's done ancient Mexican food and stuff like that, and I love it so much.
I
The
just can't
presentation
believe
is
that
really good
this
as
used to
well.
be called placenta. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
based on this discussion of placenta, we got off topic, and you were saying people keep their placenta for stem cells and things, and I said, no, 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 no. There are women who eat them. There are women this day who eat them. I had to Google it, which has now ruined my search history. Thank you. Uh, and I found top research. So my first results said, after birth, women eat placenta in order to supplement their diets with nutrients and hormones that might be helpful for a number of postpartum issues. Placenta can be eaten cooked or steamed, and it can also be dried, powdered, and put into capsules. This is called placental encapsulation.
Oh, people are
Some
weird.
women eat their placenta. I am not kidding, it's a thing.
Okay, if I do a quick search on placental nutrient.
Tyler just made me cry laughing because he just commented, hey, it's the forbidden jerky.
It's not even jerky, dude. What the fuck?
No, if you dry it.
Oh, yeah, everything's forbidden jerky if you dry it. Like, but,
Forbidden jerky also sounds
I
like some
mean,
sort of weird
here's the
sex
thing.
move.
Like I mentioned before, a lot of animals eat their placenta after giving birth.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But I yeah, these days for women to do that, I'm just like my brain's like, what?
I just don't think that we should, because there's other ways for us to get nutrients. As human beings, we have long gone away from the hunter gatherer and not enough food lifestyle. We have too much food.
I know. It's just that
It's
yep,
weird.
people
Oh
do
well.
weird shit, especially when you're like on the internet, probably looking for mother advice. I, I feel sorry for the poor mothers these days who try and search for advice
Yeah.
from the internet
I think
because it's
my current peeve uh is when this is just a health peeve, I guess. People going, Oh, you don't have enough iron? You better eat a lot of spinach. No, don't. Just take iron pills. What the fuck? Eat meat. Um, eat eat liver. Because
Yeah,
I know that reading up spinach and stuff is that if you eat too much spinach for the iron, you're actually leaching your body with
lovely.
from calcium, because something about spinach and other green vegetables actually stop the body from absorbing calcium for reasons that I cannot remember right now because I don't have the paper with me.
Huh, I never knew that. There you go.
So if you're pregante, if you're pregnant,
Brigante.
pregnant,
Bergnet.
maybe do some proper research on what you should and should not be eating. For example, my sister is pregnant and she's having some hip and teeth problem, which means she's not getting enough calcium, but she's also iron deficient to a certain degree. And she's like, "Oh, I'm eating a lot of spinach," and I'm like, "That's why. Stop.
Stop.
Just fucking take pills. We have the technology."
I just feel sorry for the women who, like the mums, who go to search for this advice and they're trying to figure out, like breastfeeding or bottle fed, and it's just like this mum shame spiral on the internet. There's just like a vomit of hate towards both parties. It do you, do you? It doesn't matter. Whatever fucking works. But like, holy shit, the internet is a dark spiral sometimes.
It's true, especially when you're desperately wanting to know how to be a good parent or how to safely go through a pregnancy. Because newsflash for people who can't get pregnant, it's dangerous.
Oh yeah,
It's the reason. What was it? It's the reason women die. Essentially, pregnancy.
Pregante. Yeah, I do not. It's not a choice of mine. I do not want it.
Neither.
I much respect to those that do, though. But wow, no.
Like more power to you if you want a child. Just make sure you can take care of it. And
Yeah,
whatever you do in the future, the kid is not there because it wants to be there. It's because you want it to be there.
yeah.
That is all. But we're
I'm not
going
gonna
away
get
from
on my
that.
soapbox for anything further. It's just like, yeah, that I was just like, wow.
Well, I'm still pissed at your doctor, the one that said, "Oh, you can't get your tubes tied
Oh yeah.
because
But that's a common thing. I was talking with someone about that today, and they are transitioning
uh-huh."
uh, uh, M to F, and she was telling me like
Oh,
previously.
is it the girl with a fan?
No, 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 different friend, different friend.
Okay.
Um, this one's much like it's actually much older than me.
Mhm.
She is, but she's obviously figured this out later on in life. But when she was very young and still recognizing herself as male, made the choice. No, children were definitely not for her. That she's always been of that mindset. She walked into the clinic and she said she got a little bit of pushback saying, "Are you sure you don't want to be a dad?" But then got the snip, and I'm like, if you had tried that as a woman,
Oh
like
shit.
the pushback you would get. And she's like, you've just got to make a big deal out of it
No,
and say, like,
no, it's way different. Like for guys to say I want to get my tubes tied. First of all, it's a reversible process for the most part.
yes,
Uh,
and doctors are not as like like weird about it. I've been told by multiple, oh no, you're too young, and because you're not married and you don't have any kids, no, sorry, we're not going to do that procedure. It's
it's
too risky.
wild. It's also saying that when men make a decision, it is careful and methodical and thought out, and when women make decisions, it's because we're jumping the gun.
Mm.
No,
I've
that
heard,
is
this is
absolutely
just
not true.
internet talk based on like fucking random TikTok spirals because of the same issues that I've been through. But I've
Uh-huh.
heard of some people who have been advised to get their husband's permission.
Oh yeah, no, that happens in Malaysia a lot. It's like, oh, have you spoken to your husband about this? Or if you're not married, oh, are you sure? Because when you get married, you might want one, and then you have to talk to your husband about it. And I'm like, okay, first of all, if if we're married and we haven't had that conversation,
We shouldn't be married.
Exactly.
Yeah, like mine turned to me and said, "Oh, have you talked to your husband about this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I quite frankly told him if he wants kids, he should look elsewhere.
Mm.
And they were like, blah, 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 blah. And I was
It's
like,
wild. It's wild to me that we are denied this autonomy. And
I know.
then
And they were like, "Oh, well, why doesn't he get the snip?" And I'm like, "Well, his reasoning, very valid, is that he's always said to me that should something happen to me, uh, if I had another relationship, I would like the opportunity to have kids." And I'm like, "Okay, I can't push my decision onto you,
Mhm.
but you can respect mine."
Yeah. I mean
So
that's the
like,
whole thing. Just
yeah.
respect the
But
decision of the
because I
other
come
person.
through with this decision, they're like, "Oh, well, no, you're not a unified couple. No, we can't do this surgery." And it's like, no, he's respecting of it. He's quite clearly said that he's happy with that. Like, what's the fucking issue?
It's wild. Anyway, speaking about having children, I was actually on the fence of wanting you to watch this one because it's very heavy on the accent. Kumar is a transvestite stand-up comedian. I think she is a lady now. She she calls
Fully
herself
transitioned.
Aqua, which is trans
Okay.
in Chinese. I forgot which dialect. But that's her whole spiel. Like that's her whole setup. And
That's a
she,
shtick.
to me, is amazingly funny. She's a Singaporean, and she
Mm-hmm.
shits on Singapore, which is what something it's something Malaysians love to do in general,
Mm.
which is shit
I've
on
noticed
Singapore.
about you.
And Singaporeans love to shit on us too.
Uh, Back and
It's a
forth, it's like
mutual
Australia
thing.
and New Zealand.
Exactly. So it's fine. And this is, I think, from Kings and Queens of Comedy. Get it? Because he's a queen. Um, and I just find him absolutely hilarious. Sometimes she does go a bit extra with the fat shaming and the stuff like that, but skip all that stuff. I think I watched this and was like, okay, this is relatively okay, and
Mhm.
it's also 13 minutes long.
Okay. I'm with you.
You sing well. Are you married? Kill the bitch. Now, because I'm also a Hollywood theme. Yeah. I used to be a transformer. Then I became Aquaman.
Okay, I have to explain this for a while.
I get
So
it because you told me Aqua.
exactly, it's like first I
I'm
was a
so glad
transformer,
you
and then I'm
specified Aqua beforehand.
he has she has this joke where okay, so uh just generally a lot of people are racist towards Indian. I am not proud of it being in this country, and I will generally rage about it. But one of her jokes is she lives in a series of government flats, and her neighbor is this Chinese old lady, and stuff happens, and she goes, no, 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 no. I am Apunene. Apunene is a derogatory term to refer to Indian people. Because Apu,
Okay.
but I don't know what the nene is
Oh,
for. Um,
okay.
so he's like, no, 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 I'm not Apunene anymore. I'm Aqua. And I'm like, I don't know if I should laugh at this. Okay, okay, we
It's one of
continue.
those things where it's like they can
Now in
say it
50.
because it's their problem and their
Yeah,
issue.
I
You're
mean,
like, am I allowed?
yeah, yeah. She is both demographic. She's both Indian and Aqua lah.
Mm.
And I am neither. And I'm just sitting here like, ha 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 ha. Ha, oh. Okay, okay, okay. We continue. We continue.
I'm just
Okay,
frozen.
good.
Why are you flashing a white light? Police came in. They can't arrest me. They can't put me in a prison. They don't know which one. Chinese are like that. When one Chinese is rich, this Chinese here will become rich and follow. Indians different. One Indian rich, the other Indian all plan how to bring him down. It's still hungry ghost month. So please remember when you go home, somebody wave, you don't wave back. Every race plays with fire, you know. You see, Chinese, hungry ghost month burn the whole country. Indian, we walk on fire. Malays don't play with fire because they always got budget. So, yeah. It's true, right? Every race got their own problem, no? I heard there's some ministers here today, but never mind, I don't care. Now, sorry. Some of you are having a popcorn, huh? Like, that's nice. Like, this is a movie like that. Annabelle. Sorry. I'm Anne with bells. It's different.
Ane means like brother in one of the Indian dialects. I think it's
Okay.
Tamil. Annabelle. Another thing that she likes to do is she calls herself ugly because she still looks like a man, pretty much.
Mm.
So the whole thing is her like actively trying to get laid, but getting rebuffed. Like she can't even get laid by the arpists.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
a bit...
it's kind of intense when she goes there. I don't remember it being here in this particular skit.
He does deliver it with a very deadpan delivery.
I
do
love that.
appreciate deadpan. Yeah.
It's like this flat like da 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 da. Just kidding. Da 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 da.
Like Mitch Hedberg. Remember when you showed me Mitch Hedberg? I was crying when you showed me
Oh,
Mitch
I
Hedberg.
loved Mitch Hedberg. I still do. But you know he's dead and stuff. I think, but his deadpan is more I'm shy. This one is
Yes.
the realities
Just
of life is
flat.
that I am a minority and I am severely chastised for this by the public, and I'm gonna make fun of it in the most flat way. And if you laugh, you're all going to hell. Which is something that I do all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, we continue.
And I wanted to have dim sum, you know, because I came from Taiwan. I mean, it's dim sum, right? And then it's everywhere. It's so halal. It's so boring. Like I had to have dumpling chicken. Like it doesn't smell Chinese. I don't like it. It smells tudung. I can't do that.
What is
scarf? Scarf,
Very
headscarf.
angry.
So
60
she's complaining that she just came back from Taiwan where you know everything is pork and dim sum without pork is lacking.
Mm.
So she comes back here and she's like, I feel like dim sum, but every time I go out somewhere, it's the dim sum is too. It's not Chinese enough. Everything's chicken. I feel like everything is like covered, like the tudong thing. It's too Malay.
Okay.
ringgit, no, it's a lot of money.
Also, it's
for
very
you.
expensive.
Now,
Jibai.
and men with the small ones, I don't get it. Why you all even go out? I mean, what do you want to do with a girl? Like what? Like what? Like she brings you home, and then the worst, the men, the boxers are some cartoon character. I cannot deal with it. Spider-Man, Batman, SpongeBob SquarePants. I can't deal. I cannot do. I can't. I like take up now. You just watch cartoon. And the Indian wives are different. They try to look sexy, but some cannot make it. Not all, some. I'm not saying all. Some really cannot. Like after having sex with your wife, it's like you pump air in, is it? They like just bloat up like helium balloons. I don't know. I don't understand what happens. Chinese wife can give birth 5 children and still look like tauge, you know. Like.
Tauge is
Indian wife give birth
the beans.
puri.
I was gonna say slim. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope you all know what puri is, the bloated. Girls who are virgin, today is Friday. You go out, clubbing. You like a guy, talk to him. Guys also, you like a girl in a club, go lah. I don't understand the friend. No, hey, go lah. Then the friend, you go lah. Then she go lah, alama. Then how now? You want adventure, go to an Indian club. Because once you walk in, you thought nobody. Actually got people. I love go clubbing. I like to see the way people behave. You know, when you go clubbing, you see the way people dance. You know, you go to a techno club, you see the Chinese boys, when they dance, they are so angry. Like in front got one ball like that. Like, why are you so angry? You go to an R&B club, all the boys shuffling, end up outside the club. You're like, eh. You go to Zouk here, everybody's looking for something. What's wrong with you people? Enjoy the music lah. Singapore is crazy, I'm telling you. Even our trains, you know, a lady carrying a baby, cannot breastfeed, no, because the sign says no outside food. So she's carrying the baby. So all these ladies, what they do is they take bus. So that time below my house at the bus stop, one lady, Chinese lady, came out of the bus. Her left breast was hanging out. Everybody taking video, video. I went to her, ma'am, your left breast is out. She said, oh my God, I left the baby in the bus.
No.
There's an Indian man sitting here with no response. I don't know why you're even here. Oh, thank you for responding now. He's just staring at me like, I wish my wife looked like you. He had no response. He's just like, "Idu aambaleya, pomboleya?" Boy or girl? Umbode. Now different husband says sex. You go and die lah. You want sex? I must give you. I work also, right? Your mother. Then the husband then went. She like, when I got mood lah. Well, last month one time, now August, one more time, National Day coming some more. Merdeka. Indian wife worse. Poor husband, no. The minute they give birth, no more sex. Husband say, cannot. Already have 2 children. You want some more? No, it's not for having kids. It's for pleasure. Pleasure? No. Malay wife ready anytime. Even Hari Raya fasting. After fasting 7 p.m. she like, Abang.
Abang is what you... It means brother, older brother, but Malay people call their husbands that.
Babe? Tada bang. They say when you open fast, you must eat 2 prune.
Oh God.
Everyone is falling sick. And you know, my friend who drinks every day, no sickness. And I asked, what? Yeah, you also, huh? So, good for you. Sometimes you need the bad bacteria in your body, you know. That's why you attack, nothing will happen. So I told my friend, drink every day. I said, I give you 2 diseases, you choose one. He said, which one? Parkinson or amnesia? He said, I will take Parkinson. I say, why Parkinson? Because Parkinson, when you hold your whiskey glass, your hand shake. But if amnesia, I forget where I put the bottle. You know how many people mistake me for a Bangla? Filipino mates come up to me. They're like, sir, you from Bangla? I want to have sex with you all. I say, I make up for you, la bitch. My grandparents refused to die, you know, 90 plus then died. I'm like, why? Just go la when your time come, right? And then wedding anniversary, 30th wedding anniversary, my grandfather asked my grandmother, where you want to go? My grandmother said, let's go to New Zealand. That's where we had our honeymoon. So they went to New Zealand, then they rented a car. You know how old people drive, right? Very slow. Even the ships were walking faster. How could my grandmother tell my grandfather, stop! My grandfather, what happened? My grandmother said, you see the house with the fence? That fence is where we had our honeymoon. We had sex on the fence. My grandfather, wow, your memory better than Facebook memory, huh? So my grandmother said, let's do it again. My grandfather, hello, we are very old now. We do this in public, it's called public nuisance. My grandmother, you want to do or you don't want to do? Mavane. My grandmother, okay, don't get angry. So both stripped naked. My grandmother on the fence. My grandfather on top with her. My grandmother so horny. Gudubu, choli ke piche kya hai? Choli ke piche. My grandfather stopped to my grandmother. Last time you're not so wild. My grandmother said, last time this fence not electric. Please remember, tonight all wives go back. When your husband sleeping, you stand at the window. Husband say, what happened, huh? Lao Kong, wo yao lo. Then he like, I'm tired. I stand very long leh. My leg cramp Indian wife also stand at the window. The husband say, what is going on? But if you're fat, don't move, huh? Because everything will be moving at the same time. The husband like, okay, where's your breast? Where's your fats?
Kenapa?
Malay different. Husband standing at the window. He's shouting across, help! Because the wife damn horny. Malay wife very horny, you know. Malay girl, huh? You look at them, they're pregnant. Even now, boys who are primary 6 checking who is longer. Can you imagine in school? Recently in Singapore, primary 6 boy, Chinese took out, Malay took out, Indian took out. Who is longer? Malay. Stay back 2 years.
Stay back 2 years.
I am not racist, I make fun of all race, fair and square, let me tell you, so please. Even the day I was in a bar, I saw an old man, every time he order a drink, he bottoms up, take one picture from the pocket, look and he put back. I'm looking at what's going on with this old man. Again, he ordered a drink, bottoms up, take one picture from the pocket, look and he put back. I went to him, uncle, I have a question. He said, what is it? I said, why every time you order a drink, bottoms up, take one picture, you look and you put back? He said, no lah, picture of my wife. I said, she died. No lah, the minute she looks better, it's time for me to go home.
That's terrible.
The band is going to come on to sing. They're paid. Arjuna, you sound like an Indian god. Vande vilayadu pa. That day my fat girlfriend tell me, you got try Mala or not? I say, no, I got try Ravi, I got try Shankar. Who is Mala? She say, Mala is a steamboat. Oh, the China people name Mala for bloody steamboat. Stupid about the China people. Oh no, even Indian from India, they talk on the phone. You mean India can hear? Why using handphone? Just talk from here lah, bloody hell. I cannot understand. What's your problem? Then she like, oh, I try speak English.
I tried.
Then I ask her, what's your name? Oh, my name is Chu Chen. Chu Chen. Not Jia Jia, man. How come Chu Chen? I said, how you spell Chu Chen? She said, S-U-S-A-N. Ma Ngkopium. Susan become Chu Chen. Then she asked me, what's your name? I say, Kumar. She said, how you spell K-N-N?
Wow. Okay, so
But before I go,
KNN is the first letters of a very, very bad swear word.
Yeah.
It's kanina. I will not explain further.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it's just her being
I tell you
angry.
something. God is great. Believe in God. God is great. Let me tell you. No matter what color, what race, what religion you are, God has created for all of us one part of body exactly the same. It's around the nipples. You see, because small bum, right? Some of you look shocked. You don't shower. You know, what are the small bumps? It's actually braille for suck here. So the blind people can read. Thank you so much. God bless.
Oh, I know why it's blocked. Because the ending is Uptown Girl. Oh, okay. So that's Kumar.
That would explain Smear.
It's Sme. Yes, Sme. Thanks, Sony. Yeah, what would you think about it? Like, was it too
S-
Malaysian, Singaporean? Like, were there
a
some
little
bits?
bit too, like, I feel like I'm missing things. There's some things I could pick up from context.
Mm.
In which case, when you heard me chuckling, yes, I could pick that up from context. The Susan one got me. Uh, but some
Chuchan.
words I was definitely missing.
Oh,
I
he.
needed like subtitles or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sad that nobody subtitled this, but I have a feeling this was ripped off somewhere else. There were some words that I couldn't have translated to you because I also don't speak Tamil.
Yeah,
But from context, I was like, okay, that's just her putting in flair. So
yeah,
it's funnier if you knew, but you sort of kind of don't have to.
yeah. And there were some where I'm like, to me, I feel like the context is you have to live in the area to know. Do you know what I
Mm,
mean?
I think you sort of have to be in this region to understand because Singapore and Malaysia are the same, pretty much. It's
Mm,
the same.
mm.
It's just once upon a time people decided that Singapore is not Malaysia anymore and okay bye, but it's the same. It's just the small version.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
to me I understood it more because I live here and there's
I think that's definitely it. I'm so white that it's just like I'm getting some of it, but there's like a lost in translation moment.
I my primary problem was whether or not you would understand the accent.
No, I got the accent. It was just when the words that were definitely not English, and then I was like, wait a moment. And then I would switch back to English and I'd be like, wait, I've missed a word now because I've lost track of where we're at.
I feel like you need to write it down like okay, what does this mean?
Yeah,
And then we'll see if I know how to translate it properly.
pretty much. Like, yeah. But the
Because
accent
sometimes
wasn't that bad. It was more the contextual stuff. Like, I'm trying to think of a specific example. Like where they were picking on Indians and then Malays and then something when they were lining them all up in the row. Like, okay, but I don't understand. Like everyone's giggling when they're saying certain words about Malays and Indians, and I'm like, I don't get why that is funny
okay,
because I'm not in your culture.
yeah, yeah. I understand how that can be a bit of a hang up. This is remember I told you that Malaysians are kind of racist to each other, but in a friendly way.
Yes.
This is one of those examples. We all have very distinct stereotypes, and she is coming to it. She's coming to the table in the context of sex and just having babies. Malays have a
Yes.
lot of babies because we're like the Catholics of this society.
Right. That makes sense. And I did the contextual of when they were talking about like Indian men once you have kids and then it's like boom boom and they get bigger. And then but Chinese men stay skinny and I was like, okay, I could put together contextual clues here. That's why I could giggle.
um, I think she meant to say women. Like Indian
Oh,
women after the
women.
first baby become a dumpling, and then women, Chinese women after like four children still stick thin. Taoge
Yep.
is bean sprouts.
Yes. Right.
It's the thing Ming hates.
Yeah. Yes.
And when you call somebody taoge, it means they're really really skinny and
Mm.
listless.
Oh gosh.
So she's like just amazement. Um, and the general like you look at a Malay woman and she becomes pregnant. That's sort of true in context when you're talking about this idea where Malays seem to think that children are gifts of God and that you shouldn't. And this is a problem that I think is should be more talked about. It's this idea of don't worry about money, don't worry about how you're going to um, sort of care for them. Children will bring that for you, and I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
Shit, no.
So a lot of people, a lot of Malays get married young because one, they're itchy, um,
Hmm.
and two, they have been drummed into themselves by society at large saying have children fast because they will give you, I'm trying to figure out the word in English, berkat. Hang on, let me Google this. Berkat
Like
in English.
joy, happiness,
Blessing.
blessing. Okay,
Like
yeah.
children will bring you blessings. And I'm like, no, that's not how capitalism works. You can have as many children as you want. The only blessings they're gonna give you is strife.
Yeah,
Because when they grow up, they can't afford a house. Guess whose basement they're gonna be living in for the next 50 years?
exactly. We can't afford society right now as it is. What makes you think your fucking kid's gonna have it better?
Exactly. What makes you think your kids will help you? It's not like you have a farm anymore that will help you um, get more grain to sell to the rich people. No, 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 no. That's not how it works at all. So, so a lot of the the subdued racism comes from that stereotype of each race doing certain things in a different way. When you go to Singapore, the the top people are Chinese. When you're in Malaysia, the top people are Malay.
Okay.
Just like in Australia, the top people are the whites.
Yeah.
And in
It's just
all of these
interesting.
situations, the lowest of the low is Indians.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Another
So
thing that I found kind of interesting as I was watching this, I'm discovering in myself, I know we were talking about like bits where we're like, oh, I'm not sure if it's okay to laugh. There was this whole complex in my brain where I'm like, I don't know if it's okay to laugh as a white person watching this. Like, because I'm so far removed from the culture, I'm like having that uncomfortable moment going, oh,
I
like,
think
am I going to hell if I laugh?
from we know that we're all going to hell if we laugh. Just enjoy the ride, man.
Like, oh no,
Um,
definitely. It was just like when we were talking about the whole can we laugh about like the jokes that they make. I
mm.
was having a further extrapolation of that.
It's that like, do I laugh? Am I gonna be stoned? No. I we're also a lot more forgiving to foreigners who laugh at these kind of jokes because it's our way of saying, here, come join us.
Yeah, no,
But you cannot.
definitely. But the white guilt is strong with me too.
It's fine. If anything, you can be like, oh, Shao made me watch this, and I'll be like, yes, yes, I did.
No, I'm not blaming you, and I'm not saying it was bad at all. But it's just funny because like, yeah, it's a genuine thing. White guilt is a thing as well. It's like, ooh.
Okay, okay. Moving from that, I found this clip in particular very, very funny. It's probably going to be cut out from like the YouTube bit because it's BBC, and they might be like, no, you cannot.
Cannot take up
But
just.
it's from the QIXL episode, um, R called Rough and Ready, and it's just keep your eye on this woman, this this lady over here next to the bald
Okay.
one.
Okay.
She brings the noise, and I lost it. I just lost it.
That's so funny.
I think I've watched this so many times because the repartee is something that I so miss, and it was sorely like missing from the 2 years of COVID, and we're still coming out of that, and everybody's still trying to get reacquainted with how to socialize, and we've sort of lost that repartee, that
Yeah,
gentle stabbing of each other, and I saw this here and I went, I miss that.
that is true. Everyone's become a lot more conscious of each other because we're all very fucking fragile after COVID.
Oh my god. It's either you've become very anxious, like the red squirrel, or you become a feral, like
I
the
look
gray one.
I looked at the red squirrel and felt like a kindred spirit. It must be my red hair.
But you're not. Your red hair is not thinning.
You too are a ball of anxiety.
Were you imported from Scandinavia?
No,
When she
Ireland.
was like, because some of us have to correct our blah blah blah. So blah 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 blah. Bodgy.
Pronunciation to Baji.
Bodgy.
'Cause she
I
thought
had a
that they
locust
said a
bodgy.
I just love that she thought that they said budgie.
I know. Oh my god. Everybody collectively, wait, what? A locust budgie?
I do not believe I have had a locust budgie.
Budgie.
Although
Sorry,
a budgie
locust.
would eat a locust, I'm pretty sure.
I have eaten a locust, yes. In Thailand.
I have not. I do need to try this at some stage. I've
I
eaten
mean,
a lot of strange things, but
here's
not
the thing.
a locust.
I was looking for tarantula and scorpion. I couldn't find it, but they had the other bugs. And this is legitimately something that they eat as a snack. And texture aside, it tastes like peanuts.
Yeah, see, I could get around the taste. It's the texture that would get me. It's the same thing as like I went to teppanyaki one time. Great, it was amazing. But this, like, I've been a couple of times to various places. But one time, a guy cooked up lobster for us or prawn, and then served us the prawn feet and the head. And like, it's a very fishy flavor. The flavor I'm chill with. However, the crunch and the weird taste of the shell of the prawn is something that I just can't get my head around.
It's very 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 funny because if you have followed myself and Sun and Mira to do before your wedding, they did. We were talking. It was really funny, right? We were having this multi-course meal. It was very fancy, but it was very very Asian inspired. So me and Mira were just sharing ideas of how we were in Thailand, and there was this packet of crisps, but it wasn't potato or corn chips. It was deep fried prawn heads, and it was delicious, right? So we're just talking about this how the soup tasted a little bit like tom yum. There's this is all very Thai inspired. We did not expect what was being fed to us next as like appetizers before more entrees. It was just a plate of prawns heads, and we lost it. We straight up
The
just
timing would
lost
not
it.
be
We were like, what the fuck? It was
That
tasty.
is called comedic timing.
Exactly. It was tasty because I'm very used to eating prawn heads. Like if you deep
See, I
fry
am
it,
not.
it's just crunchy. It's so crunchy. It's like fish head. Like small fish heads, you deep fry the shit out of it. It becomes so crunchy you can eat the whole thing.
There is like an overwhelming fishy flavor that my brain just can't. I can eat sashimi,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know why, but I can handle that kind of fishy, but I can't go like eel, prawns, all the really, really full fishy flavor.
Oh yeah, yeah. What you're talking about is the tamale.
Uh,
The we call it the brain. It's very 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 fishy.
it's a potent flavor
Yeah.
that I definitely can't get my mouth around. Like
I have a
I-
feeling you can't you sort of wouldn't be able to stomach uni as well.
uni, what's uni?
The gonads of a sea urchin. The
Probably
very
not.
expensive orange shit. It tastes about the same, but more.
Wait, the orange roe?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can eat that.
not the fish one,
Oh.
not
I
the
don't know.
salmon one, or the
Oh,
it's not
the salmon
ikura
one.
or it's not ikura. It's not the little ones as well. It's
Mm,
it's a slab of like this orange sort of thing, and it's very fishy. It's very pungent, and
right.
also it's slightly muddy.
Probably. Um, it's the very heavy textures. Like I cannot do eel. Eel
Wait, let
just
me.
is like.
Yeah, yeah. It has that muddy. very oily taste.
However, in saying that, I will try anything once. I have tried durian, and I'm sorry to say, I hated it.
I know, I remember. You were not having a great time.
No
This
one
is
told me to eat mangosteen afterwards.
it's delicious. This is uni, by the way.
Oh, no, I have not had that.
Yeah,
I would like to try it sometime, though.
I urge you to try it. It's just very, very, very expensive.
Mm.
It's so expensive, but it's so tasty.
Bucket list.
Yeah. If ever you come here again, we'll do like a fancy like omakase thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, omakase. Yes. Okay. Anyway, this is something I found. It's very, very short. I haven't
Okay.
really gone to see more of chick comedy, but I sort of enjoyed. I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Okie dokie.
Interesting thing about living in California, there are a lot of wealthy people here.
I liked that. I liked that a
It was
lot.
nice and short. I want to find more clips from her. But it's just so hard to find good comedy now, I feel, that's not on Netflix or that's not on Comedy Central or one of those
True.
like syndicated stuff. Like where are the comedians? Are we just recycling comedians? What's going on?
I don't know. I feel like they've been driven out with how mainstream everything's become on Netflix.
Oh god. Not gonna lie, I enjoy my Netflix queens. There is Winnie Cummings. There is Eliza Scherzlinger. There is what's her name? Taylor Tomlinson.
Yes,
There is
she's
Ali
funny.
Wong.
Yes, Ali Wong kills it.
Taylor Tomlinson, she's new, she's young-ish. Well, she's younger than me. Therefore, she's young. Also, very, very, very funny.
You showed me her before.
I don't know. I don't remember. I think so.
I'm quite sure you have, yeah. I apologize.
It's
if
something
that's
that I
been
would
muddled.
probably get everybody to watch because it's funny. But she has a baby face, like she has a very safe face, and her comedy is her sort of explaining to people that she used to be a very devout Christian, safe girl, and now she's just no.
I love those ones.
Horrifying her father in the process.
My favorite thing to do, right? So, like, I know you hate TikTok. However, when you find a certain thing on it, you can find some very interesting stories. And one of my favorites at the moment is watching ex-Mormon stories and the things they discover and the things that they were taught in Mormon church. It's fascinating.
There is this couple that occasionally ends up on my feed. I'm not subscribed to them or anything, but when I go down the religion rabbit hole of debunkery and stuff like that, they would usually pop up. These two, they're both blonde and kind of young-ish looking, but they have a series on YouTube that debunks or sheds light on certain Mormon practices. Like temple and clothes for temple and weddings and your naming ceremony.
Shocked me, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's a cult.
Like they don't get to. Oh god, yes. But so is most religion.
That is true. That is very, very true. That is so true.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm saying that as someone who practices a religion. It still is. Like I'm a Wiccan. If you look at a coven from the outside, she's kind of culty. She's kind of culty.
Yeah, it is. I mean, faith is kind of culty. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
it's like I make jokes with my husband all the time that he's in a really well-organized cult. He's a Jehovah's Witness. We sound like a joke, right? A Wiccan and a Jehovah's Witness live together, and someone knocked on the door, and like I don't know. It sounds like the lead up to something that's supposed to bad to happen. I don't know.
No, I feel like it's a terrible lead up because it happens in real life. A Jehovah's Witness marries a Wiccan, and on Christmas a Muslim comes in and brings turkey. The Muslim's me.
Yeah. You remember when we used to get the Jehovah's Witnesses and I always used to send you to them because they don't try and convert the Muslim.
Because they can't. There will be a very
was
big
so funny.
It's just a difference in opinion completely. And then maybe we can convert them. It's amazing.
It's just so funny because that was before I was fully committed to being Wiccan. And so I was still like hedging my bets and on the fence and like, look, I'm agnostic. And so they thought they had a chance. And these days, if they came to my door, I'd be like, listen, I'm a Wiccan. Hail Satan, go away.
Go away. Do you want some Satan cookies?
Would you like to see my altar? I'll show it to you. Want some crystals?
Oh my god, want some crystal? Okay, so there are two kind of crystal people. There are the Wiccans, and then there are the woo-woo goop women.
Now see, there's a very fine line there because they sometimes cross over, and that kind of Wiccan is the ones I'm scared of.
The woo-woo ones. Like, have you
The
tried
woo-woo goop? Yeah.
crystals dipped in scented oils?
Mm-hmm. Like, the
There's
ones that
a
put
joke there.
crystals in their water bottles to get the better vibration.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
like,
The only thing I want to do is vibrate my can of soda before they open it.
oh man, there's part of me that looks at them and I want to suggest selenite because selenite, just for the joke, selenite corrupts in water. It disappears and it's very expensive.
Oh.
So you tell them like, oh yeah, I cleanse my crystals all the time and I use a water cleansing bath, and then they go and take their $70 selenite and they put it in a water bath and then it vanishes.
No, here's the thing though. They might realize this happens and they have enough money to buy another one and then they'll drink
That's
it.
sad. Ooh, that's toxic. There's
Yeah.
also toxic crystals that they try and put in their water bottles, and I'm like, please stop.
No, there's toxic crystals they put up themselves.
Oh, well, that's scary too.
Like, what was it? I forgot the person who founded Goop. What's her name?
What's it? Oh,
We both know who it is. Everybody knows who it is.
Yeah.
We don't have to say her name.
yeah. can't
But
think of
she persuaded like a whole bunch of people to put jade up their junk. Don't
Oh my
put porous
God,
anything up your
no!
junk. Don't do that.
No.
What the hell's wrong with you people? Damn. Okay. There's 3 things that I picked that
Gwyneth
I just
Paltrow.
happened to find. And I have never watched it, so we're gonna watch it together and we're gonna critique it to see whether it's funny or not. The first
My
one.
brain just provided Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh no, you said the word. Now she's gonna appear. With
Like
crystals.
Bloody Mary. If we say her name 3 times, she'll
You
come
just-
out.
She'll come out of the mirror and give you crystals and pills. And then she'll
And
make you
eggs.
pay for it.
And eggs to shove up your hoo-ha.
Oh, no. I have to cleanse
No.
myself. Where's the sage?
I've got some in my room, actually. Would you like to borrow it?
Yeah, just take a picture of it. I think that should be enough. I'll just burn the phone. Anyway, this short
Oh, fuck,
film
we're heathens.
is it says here, short film about fucking with death. It's called The Coldest Caller, and it's a dark comedy by Joe Tucker. It came
Okay.
out on the 23rd of February 2021. I did
also
enjoy
kinda
that,
like-
but because
I
it was
like
very
the
Terry
idea-
Pratchett.
Yes. Sorry, I like the idea that death has to have your address as well. Like
Uh-huh.
just this image of someone going down the street going like, is it Pickering or is it Puckering? I can't see. I'm on the end of which street, and then like him death trying to read a map would be entertaining to me.
No, it would be like one of those food delivery guys, like, hello? Who's this? This is Death. I have your address. It says here blah blah blah, but I meant blah blah blah.
Oh, you're up the wrong end of the street. You need to come down and then take a left. Oh, can you meet me on the corner?
Oh my god. Okay, I did enjoy that.
I like that a lot, actually.
I like how sassy the old lady is. And how
Me
she's
too.
complaining going up the stairs. She's like, "Oh, getting older the hardest," and then she climbs out the window and runs away. Like that's
And
not a
she's,
man at all.
and she's such a sweet little old lady. Like, I love her vibe. I just love her.
Okay, I'll give that an 8.2.
I'll give it 2 thumbs up.
The next one is called The Elevator. It came out in the 27th of January 2010. So 12 years ago.
Actually, one other thing before you press play on that. What is more impressive to me is that that was made during COVID times.
That explains
Like
why there's nobody on the
2021.
road.
Yeah, that 2021, everyone was inside. So obviously these people all had to be in a household bored out of their minds. And they were
I
just like, aha.
love it.
Mm.
So many creative things. Okay, I'm gonna click play now. I don't know
Continue.
who made this. It just says filmmaker. They have a lot of subscribers. Greg Gliena.
Liana.
Shitty elevator music. That is a horrible shit.
Yeah.
That is even worse shirt.
What? There's always the loud shirted ones.
Yeah. I don't know if I hate it or love it because it's got bears.
True.
And they're all chunky. And the person's in the back like, wait. Chubby bunny! You know when you eat, you're supposed to say chubby bunny after you put one,
Marshmallow.
yeah, this is chubby bunny but elevator edition. He's doing math. That's, okay, I hate to say it, but this is what I do in lifts all the time. Like, maximum occupancy and weight, and then I look at the number of people and I'm like, is this correct?
Uh-oh.
I mean, here's the thing, you know, it won't do that because the elevator will not close if it exceeds capacity.
Ah. I don't know, man. Like, I've had an elevator when I used to go to Swinburne, and it was the most terrifying
Nope.
thing ever.
Nope!
Oh, no.
Oh, please. Excuse me. Oh, I get on. Excuse me.
Get stuck. Oh no! The worst! It's funny because it was made in 2010, 10 years before COVID.
Oh. Oh. Predicted.
Ah, this is funny.
It's a little different these days. What?
Ah, swine flu.
It's a bit different these days.
Oh. Oh. He should have left. He should have gone to the swine flu treatment place.
If he was
Also-
that fussy about it, he should have taken the goddamn stairs.
Yeah. But also, the guy who coughed into the hair,
That's messed up.
why?
Blech.
Okay, speaking of just like the phlegm and everything, the dumbest thing I've seen so far, aside from people wearing the mask wrong, is somebody taking off the mask to sneeze.
Yes, me too. I've seen it. Oh my god.
It's very funny. You just watch it, they're like, takes off the mask, chew into their hand, and you're like, no.
You're like, what part of you made that a wise decision? Like,
I don't know,
I swear,
man.
this is meant to wipe us out for a reason. Like, we're just gonna get worse plagues because people are stupid.
Exactly. But at the same time, I'm thinking, Earth has there's a balance that we need to achieve living on this planet, which has finite resources and
course.
finite space. I think it knows exactly how to balance this out.
I'm not saying life in general will deplete. I'm saying life will dramatically fucking change to balance out. Yeah,
Oh, yes.
that's what I'm saying. I always knew that was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so the last one that I have for you is called Bust Up. And it's an award-winning short comedy film.
Ooh.
And I think they put Sony A7 III because that's what they shot it on. I don't know what that is.
It sounds like a very sick bus.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a very sick BMW.
Ah, very sick car.
No, sorry, Mercedes. It's a Mercedes.
You could have gotten away with it. I am car blind.
I saw the grill, and BMW has been having a great time making the grills bigger and bigger and bigger.
My friend actually couldn't stop laughing the other day because I tried to explain to her that I'm car blind, and then I said to her, "I just look for your white car," and then I know I'm the idiot that's bouncing in it and waving at me, and she goes, "My car's grey," and I'm like, "See, I fucking told you."
My brain changes the color of silver cars to black.
My car just does, like, my brain just will not, like, I would be the worst eyewitness for a hit and run ever.
It's like, what car was it? 4 wheels.
That's it! 4 wheels goes beep beep, I don't know.
it went past me and went, no.
Unless it has, like, a very distinct color, like a green or a red, I'm not gonna fucking know anything. It's a smallish car. I don't know. Not a big one. Run, my dude.
Why would you sit at the curb?
Why not?
Why do you just have a spare bottle of water?
Because he's a JW. He's trying to make friends. See the suit? You can pick him a mile off.
Disgusting. Come on,
See,
man.
he's like, God damn it! I
The
was trying to
bin's
preach
just
to you."
there.
And he didn't even save any water for you? How rude.
I have a feeling this guy's dead. Or something.
Probably. He does have some weird something on his face, like a coloration, or is that just the sun?
That was probably the grease from the car.
Ah, of course, that's what it is. Oh no. Oh, no, go back.
I'm very confused.
He's trying to get sick, and then he's
Nope.
realized he's just missed the bus.
He missed the bus! Ah, sucks. The bus is like, nah.
Bus drivers be like that, yo.
No. Fuck you. Would you
And then
ring the doorbell of somebody's home just so that you could use the phone? I would.
yeah, I would.
Oh my god, this child is disgusting. Oh god. Oh! Why?
The overacting in this is impressive.
What is happening? I know he's reading the book called Zen, but what actually is happening right now?
Because he's trying to remain zen no matter what. Is he gonna zen out and miss the next bus?
Yes. At this point, everything is ruined. Go home.
That would be how I would do it.
Oh,
You
oh,
got
the flies.
stuff
Oh,
this day,
the
I'll try
flies.
it tomorrow.
Dislike.
No.
Miraculously,
everywhere in
his white
Australia.
shirt is pristine.
That is impressive. Flies are everywhere in Australia. I'm so over 'em.
I hate it. Why can't he have just put the garbage in? No! Asshole bus.
That one, he was just an ass.
Kick.
Is that gonna fall? Thought it was gonna fall on him.
Grand Theft Auto the thingy and then drive away.
Listen, I would not have been above seeing any one of those people and being like, "Can I borrow your mobile?"
Yeah. Also, why didn't he throw the water in the bin, man? The bin's just there.
You know what this reminds me of? It makes me think of like some sort of college or student film,
Uh-huh.
like a high schooly one, sort of.
With a lot of like, hey, Shisha, let's go.
Working for hit you.
What time do you think it is at this point? 6 o'clock? Because that's the next bus.
I think it must be.
Because the first one
Is he
is
gonna get shot
9, 12, and then happening? Oh, that's a lot of poop. Come on.
There's a lot of poop.
Poop stain on the glass? He's gone crazy. Okay.
He's gone completely lost it.
Yeah.
Tra la 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 la. I like that one the best.
The heck did you get up there? How? Ay, ay. Really?
Now the shirt comes off.
He's like, no. My question is, where was he going?
Yeah, what's the point?
And whose fault is it did his car break down?
Would probably be his dumbass. Don't check you
Lol.
out.
Such terrible people.
Assholes. Oh, so sad.
Mom? Mom?
This is where it's gonna be the serial killer.
Oi. I mean, I know. Oh, he fell asleep. Good work. We got groundhogged. We got groundhogged.
We got Groundhog the bastard.
The bastard. He's gone insane.
Yeah, this gives me like high school cinema studies sort of vibes.
Yeah. That just left me confused.
Actually, hang on, let it play through because I want to see how many people were involved in this.
Okay. Teenagers in the car. I'm gonna mute just in case.
Please. Please, because it's loud as heck anyways.
They've got an expensive camera.
Mm.
Jogging, man.
I'm up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Unlucky lady. The car that T-boned this car was going so slowly.
11 and 12. Yeah, it was. It wouldn't have done anything. It would have scratched it.
Yeah. Like, a hubcap would not have popped off.
Yeah, from the looks of it, it is. It's just like a student production, I think.
Yeah. This
Which
is
is not
for
to say that-
anything.
Which is not to say that student productions can't be good.
I mean, the cinematography is fine.
Yeah, the cinematography was great in this. It was just a really wacky,
It
odd
was
concept.
just very confusing conceptually. Like, guy's having a bad day, insists on going somewhere. He's thirsty, he is dying, haven't had a single break today, 0 breaks, and just did. He wants to sleep, eat, live, feel, and sigh. Rarg. He's going insane. Oh, he's
There's so
falling.
many. There's so many bits though where he's like laying on the bus stop seat and stuff. Bus drivers would stop and check for you. Like
I
they
don't-
would stop if they saw someone sitting there.
Or at least honk, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. That just left me confused.
Also, he looked like he was in the middle of nowhere in the country, which is even more likely that the bus driver would actually stop and check for you because they're worried you're stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. And in the country, people are generally nicer and would let you into their house. Which
Yep.
means you can just pop by a door, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, my car broke down. I have no signal. Can I please borrow your phone?"
Tell me about it. I had a guy when I lived in this city. So I come from the country, just for context for anyone else listening. I come from the country, so I am apparently friendlier than most. And I had a guy try and sell me electricity, and whilst I wasn't interested, he said to me, "Oh God, I think I'm about to have a seizure." I'm like, "Are you okay? Do you need me to get anything? Do I need to call an ambulance? What do you need?" He said, "Can I have a glass of water?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." I'm like, "Listen, I know this is gonna sound weird, but if you know you're gonna seize, do you want to just like come and sit in the lounge like while you message your brother?" Like, because he was telling me he was messaging his brother. I'm like, "Do you
Mm.
want to come and sit in the lounge?" Like, I'm not gonna freak out. If you seize, you seize. I'll make sure you don't hurt yourself, but like, at least you'd be in the shade and like not on a hard concrete pathway or something. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, he looked at me weird, and I'm like, look, bro, I'm just trying to help you, my man. But okay, whatever. He walked away.
Really?
Mhm.
Like, if I was about to seize, I'd be like, "I will take your offer up on that because I don't want, like, gravel
He
face."
said, nah, I'll just go sit on the sidewalk and I'll call my brother. And I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, now I'm being insistently nice, so now I start coming across as creepy. So I'm like, "Okay, look, you do you, bro. Like, I offered."
Weird. People are strange.
I know. He
I
probably thought
mean,
I was trying to kill him.
I'm not saying don't be wary of strangers. Definitely be wary of strangers, but nobody's gonna stop you from, borrowing a phone.
Yeah. Actually, I had the nicest interaction one time when I was locked out of my car in the middle of nowhere. Not only did a man let me borrow his phone to call my family, he broke me back into my car
Oh yeah, I remember that. You told me that. And I was like, "What?"
as I locked my ass out. Yeah.
He jimmied it with something.
No, he was trying to for about a couple of hours, and then because he didn't want to break my car,
Uh-huh.
and then I said to him after a couple of hours, I was like, "Listen, bro, it's getting dark. Um, you've got a family, I've got a family. Let's just break a window or something so I can get in." He's like, "Oh, if you don't mind me breaking something, then you just bust off the handle and pops it." And I'm like, "You could have done that 2 hours ago." He goes, "Yeah, but I didn't want to break your handle." I'm like, "It's
I mean,
a fucking handle."
to be fair, he's right. I wouldn't be.
I know, but I was like, "Oh my god, my man, that's fine." And then he tried to pay me for breaking my handle,
What?
and I'm like,
No.
"No."
What? Uh, this was definitely not in the city though, right?
No, this was in the middle of nowhere in the country.
Exactly. Like, I feel like this happens a lot more when you're in the middle of nowhere because people just find themselves, um, on one hand, you do feel safer because it's a smaller community. On the other hand, as a city person, your thoughts are going wild because of all the stories you heard about people disappearing.
As soon as this guy pulled over to help me, like, he's a guy, you're by yourself. I'm like, if this guy doesn't let me use his phone, something's sus.
Uh-huh. True.
But he immediately was just like, "Yep, you can use my phone, go nuts." I was just like, "Okay, I'm totally comfortable with this dude because I've like let my parents know." And he even, as I was driving away, took the time to message my parents and say she's on her way, and he stayed behind me till the next petrol stop so he knew that I had enough fuel. Like,
Oh,
he was the
bud.
sweetest man ever. His name was Blackjack, and he was amazing.
His name was Blackjack.
He called himself Blackjack. He was a lovely man. He happened to be of Aboriginal descent. He is amazing.
Oh, bud.
Shout out to Blackjack.
That is amazing. And we're gonna close the session with a shout out to Blackjack. Thank you so much for not leaving my buddy here stranded in the middle of nowhere. Please be good to everyone. Not
Be kind
nice,
to someone.
but good.
Mm.
And we'll see you in the next thing that we do, which is probably play video games. Schedule will be decided eventually. Thank you so much for watching Feed My Eyeballs Season 1. We'll see you in Season 2 of Feed My Eyeballs with more content. Bye!
Bye.